Hello ladies and gentlemen, this video was sponsored by PlayAsia, who sent me this review copy of this game we're about to talk about. If you want to support my channel or PlayAsia, consider using the affiliate link below to buy this game. Thank you. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out the Japanese version of VIII, Lacrimosa of Dana. Or Dana. I finally learned how to pronounce E's. And they give me a title I don't know how to pronounce. Oh, Jesus. This just came out in Japan last week as I'm recording this. So I have put about 3.5 hours into it. I believe it's this save file. Yeah, 3.5 hours. Close enough. That's not what I meant to press. So that top file is my file where it is right now, and the bottom file is a file of one of the big boss fights. So I am more than capable of showing you what the game looks like, including one of the big boss fights, because I've had like 4 of them so far, which is kind of strange actually. They front load a lot of bosses in this game. A little bit different from Memories of Celceta. Celceta? I don't remember how that's pronounced either, but we'll just let it load in, we'll have a look at it. Thankfully the longest loading time appears to be the initial one, and the load times aren't actually that long, so here we are. Can I just say it right off the bat, this game is goddamn gorgeous. Like, this is one of the best looking games I've seen on the Vita in a long time. There's loads of color, it's pretty smooth, and the detail on everything is just lovely. The textures look pretty good. I don't get blurry vision when I look at the ground. It's pretty damn neat. It's a hell of a looker. So we'll pause the game real quick. This will probably look familiar if you've played Memories of Celceta. I haven't played it in a while, so forgive me if I get a couple of comparisons wrong or anything like that. But it does look a fair bit familiar. So you can come here to use items on your characters. These are adventure items, so there's 12 to collect. Well, 11 to collect, actually. And I've just collected the climbing gloves. And I'll be able to show you what those do. The game also has collecting resources, which I believe was a thing in Celceta, but there's a lot more reliance on it this time, and I'll be able to show you why shortly. And there's DLC items, but since I don't play on a Japanese account, I can't get the DLC. Every character has their extra attacks, as you would expect. They also have their extra skills and their weapon types. So they've got Pierce, Stab, Slash, Pierce, and Brunt, or something like that. I can't be 100% sure because I don't know how to translate this properly. So yeah, it works about the same way as it does in Celceta, where every enemy has a weakness to one of these weapon types, and if you do it right, you break them, basically, and you get more items, more damage, etc, etc, etc. Accessories and stuff like that here, as you might expect. You can come to the book, and this actually reminds me of, what's the game? Trails of Cold Steel. Because the book is a lot like that. It lists all your enemies, all the fish you can get. Yes, you can go fishing. You can hear voice lines. These are character bios. You got quests. It gives you a bunch of goals related to the current chapter you're on. It reminds me a lot of Trails. It really does. In fact, a lot of this game reminds me of Trails. And including that is the dialogue. I can't show you a big cutscene. I really should have made a save on a big cutscene or something like that. But it's very Trailsy. The animations are very Trailsy. The amount of dialogue is very Trailsy because there's a ton of dialogue. You'll run into cutscenes pretty much everywhere, which is kind of annoying. Like, you have to go through 20 minutes of cutscene on the 30-minute-ish starting scene on the boat. And eventually I just started holding X and fast forwarding through, which has some hilarious results. Like, I'll pop something up on the screen if I remember. Actually, I'll put it down in a bloody notepad menu, so I do remember, but I did not actually mean to go out of the main camp at the moment. So the main camp is where you'll be spending most of, well, not most of your time, but it's where you'll be getting all your stuff from. So here's the thing. There's a bunch of things sitting around, and we can go have a look at them. So if we have a look over here, this is the storehouse, and we can convert lower grade resources to higher grade resources if we need them for something. We can also come over here and we can get things like fishing bait or just other kinds of resources. What do we use them on? There's a tailor around here somewhere. I just need to remember where the bloody hell they are. But over here, blacksmith. So you can upgrade weapons, for example. So, I've upgraded this guy's weapon here. Unfortunately, it's already at level max, so I'm going to assume we all get new weapons later on. But yeah, I just upgraded our weapons to max using some of the resources we had. That's a quest board, but it doesn't have any quests on it right now. But the majority of quests that I've gotten give you a goal to get X amount of resources. Like, for example, to build this curtain here, it took 2 of the items from the crafting bench back out there, the storehouse, and I also got a bonus for that because it was for one of my party members. It was for Laxia. And Laxia, I did not mean to hit start again. I keep pressing start to get out of this menu, but if you press start to get into this menu, then press start again, then it'll take you out of the menu. It actually takes you to quick save, which is kind of annoying, but there you go. So you've got... So you do quests for the camp, and you get to get new stuff for the camp. So one of the major quests I completed was the tailor. Unfortunately, there's no one here for some reason, so I can't actually use it, but that gives you accessories and armor and stuff like that. But yeah, you do quests for all the people you bring back off the island, because I think the idea is that you got shipwrecked, and all your people have been scattered across this island, and you get all those people and you do quests for them, and your relationship goes up with them. You can do more quests, they'll do more things for you. And as I said before, if you do quests for your party members, they'll get more stats. So for example, that one quest I did to get the curtains actually gave that member of the party, Laxia, 100 extra HP. So yeah, nothing there. And I don't know why there's a sword mark there. Game really hasn't brought that up. The game has a lot of tutorial pages, and those are the only thing I've been translating. But you can talk to all your party members and stuff here as well. So, yeah, this is my analog stick's acting up. I'm actually getting that other Vita back soon. So, yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of dialogue, and you can fast forward by holding X. Thank God, because I can't read any of this shit. Alright. So, that's basically it. The majority of the game, according to what I've read online, is based around building up this little coastal village you got here. And it's a neat idea. You just spend a fair amount of time doing it, and considering that I'm playing the Japanese version and I can't reliably look at the names of the items to figure out which ones I need, yeah, it's kind of, oh hey, little cutscene, at least. But I'll fast forward through it too. You can make decisions like in the previous Ys games, but I honestly don't know what the difference is for all the decisions. I believe he just told me about all the status effects I could have, because I've already been hit by poison too many times to count. But yeah, that's the idea. Your main goal in this game, it appears, is to build up the village. There is one other thing this does as well. If I hit the world map up real quick, as you can see, it is relatively similar to Salcedo, where you travel around the map, you find the points of interest, as marked here, and when you find the points of interest, it unlocks the entire map for you, and you can also, you wander around the map looking for it, you look around for chests and gathering resources. Gathering resource nodes, that's what I'm looking for. And thankfully, it always points you towards your next quest objective, which I'm actually going to put the marker on. And you can zoom in as far as the, no, I don't want to go there. You can zoom in as far or as far away as you like on the areas and find their things and stuff like that. And also, you can fast travel, so I can actually choose to fast travel to here. So I believe I'll do that. Via these fancy little crystals that also give you all your health back. So, we're here. We've got a place to do. Game still looks goddamn gorgeous. Let's go. Oh, before I do, I should... I gotta do it, right? But I'll just go through this as quickly as possible. This lets you determine how fast you can skip messages. Here's your difficulty. You can change it at pretty much any time. And if you die on a boss fight, you can restart the boss fight on a lower difficulty. This is automatic direction correction, and I haven't honestly noticed the difference. These are camera settings. These are inverted, and camera sensitivity I've actually turned it way up. This lets you turn off stuff on the UI, and this is all your sound stuff. And you can, thankfully, change your control scheme to pretty much anything you want, more or less. This isn't the default control scheme at all. It's not even close. I've remapped the attack button to square when it was originally circle. I've got X as my jump, but it's not even that. Triangle is now my target lock. L is my character swap, and extra skills and extra skills I've left as they were. But yeah, The default key configuration in this game is a little bit painful, but thankfully I managed to find something that works relatively well enough for me. But yeah, let's go get this done, shall we? So here we are inside a dungeon. But basically it's about the same everywhere. So here's the drill. The idea is that this is a combat game. It's actually a... Well, for those of you who've never played Ys is a very simple... Well, to begin with, it was 2D. Like, it was rendered in 3D. Well, Memories of Stealth said it was rendered in 3D, and it was a bit 3D. I mean, like, you could jump on platforms and stuff like that. But it was a little odd in the sense that you couldn't... I mean, you weren't back down as far into your view as this. So... This, like, the third person behind the camera angle is all new to the series, and it does add a little bit of strategic depth to it. Especially since you can now get up on high ground, and when you're in the air, you can do a secondary attack as you fall down, and dodging and getting out of the way of things is a lot more complicated than it used to be. You do have a target lock. You can activate it by pressing triangle. There's only one attack button, though, and that's the square button, and the square button does all your attacks. You have a basic attack combo, and if you hit the attack button while you're in the air, after you flash like that, you'll do a secondary move, which is basically raining down on the enemy from above. And that's basically the entire move set except for your special abilities, and the special abilities are just a little bit different. So where is this marker that I've got to go to? Because I can't see it from here. Oh, I should probably just... Yeah, I should probably just go here. Why the hell am I... Why the hell did I bother going to that camp? What the hell am I thinking? Alright, this is a lot better. Should be a lot closer than I was before. Alright, so I jump cutted to just a little bit forward in that current area, so you didn't have to see me wasting time. So, as I said before, you do have some special moves that you can do via the right shoulder button by default. I just need to keep going so I can actually find some bloody enemies to use it on. Just jump all the way up here. Get a freaking tree branch. Plenty of enemies up here. So, your special abilities are determined... Well, what special abilities you can use at the time are determined by your SP. And you can see, ah, hey, one of the big crab things. We can actually fight this. So, one of the... So, sorry, let me try this again. So, all the skill attacks, whatever, I don't know exactly what they're called, can be used by holding the shoulder button and pressing one of the face buttons. You can have up to 4 at one time, and they're different for every character. So, if I swap to a doll here, he's got a different set of special attacks. And there was really no point in swapping to him because he's weaker against the monster. But I might as well talk about how your companions act. Your companions act fine. Like, they've got all the advantages of being NPCs without any of the disadvantages. They're invincible, they can deal damage, they can actually break like the enemy, so, you know, you can get the bonus parts and get them to be dizzied and all that. They can break the bonus parts, they can get them to be dizzied and all that. And they don't take damage, and they just, like, stay out of the way, and they don't lose health or anything. So, they just stay there until you need them, which is actually really nice. So, they're actually really good companions. Combat's fun, it's fluid. The problem is... Game's frame rate can tend to... Ow. Game's frame rate can tend to tank a bit. I mean... Right now, it's fine. Like, it's not fantastic, but it's a relatively smooth 30. More or less. But there are some areas that just kill it. It just tends to want to sit down and die a bit, which is a little bit disappointing. What? Oh, don't tell me I've gone and missed something. I probably have, haven't I? Okay, so I headed back to the Drifting Village because I saw this up in the top right and I didn't know what it meant and the game didn't want to explain it, but... Alright, so now if I talk to Doge? No, his name's Doge. It's probably pronounced differently, but Doge is his name. So, apparently, there's defense missions now. Alright, I mean, I fully admit I haven't played that much of this game. I mean, I have played 3.5 hours of it, but I've heard that it's really long and they're still introducing stuff into like the 10-hour mark, but... Oh, cutscene. Do we get any voice acting for this? No, just a regular cutscene. That's unfortunate. Laxia's got the best ass. Just look at that thing. Anita Sarkeesian is triggered beyond all belief. The fast forward motion is weird, but yeah, this... Well, yeah, there was a little bit of voice acting, but there you go. Right, so tutorial screens. I'm not going to bother translating them. I'm just going to go under the assumption that we have to protect everything and defeat as much as possible. This will actually be pretty good for just demonstrating the combat at the very least. It was very unusual though. Who would have thought that ease would make you do wave-based tower defense? Yes, the parrot talks. It's the captain's... yeah, I'm not even kidding. It's the captain's parrot. Yes, you do start on what is basically a pirate ship, but thankfully I don't think you're the bad guys. Well, I'm about to take out the other one. Better get over there. Oh, no, my enemy threat, my AI compatriots are actually doing it for me. Who would have thought? So yeah, as I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by the need to jump cut a couple of times. The game's performance can tend to drop a little bit. Like, I haven't seen it... go too badly. But at the same time, it's just a little bit disappointing sometimes, honestly. Because it can drop, and the game remains playable, controls remain responsive, more or less. But it's just a bit... what's the word? Just a bit disappointing, yeah, I guess that's the word for it. Loading time? Wave 2 now? What do you want, Durga? I know I'm skipping all the cutscenes, but... it really does remind you of Trails, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure this was made on the Trails engine. Another tutorial screen, but we'll work with it. Come on, give me wave 2. Oh, sweet Jesus. Jesus! Oh god, there's more! Of course there is, what am I thinking? Man, this game is fun. It's crazy, it's silly, but it's quite fun. I'll have to go show you one of the big boss fights next. I showed you regular enemy-to-enemy combat, I was showing you wave defense combat, which I didn't even know this was a thing until now. It's even got a score meter. I'll be more than happy to show you the boss fight very short. Whoa! So the combat's fast, fluid, and while it's not exactly deep, I mean the deepest you're gonna get in this game is the brain working here, is the dodging and the flash guarding, which you can do by just pressing the R button whenever you're about to be hit, and it'll give you the same sort of slow down or speed up effect or whatever the hell you want to call it. But it's still really good combat. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And I would love to tell you more about the story, but I haven't been translating the story because there's a ton of dialogue, so I can't really tell you much about the story. Ah, another one of these things. Die. Not when you near my decoy. Music's pretty good too. Then again, it's a Falcom game. What do I expect? They always have good music. Hello again. Oh, hey, it's one of these things. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing until now, but it is, and I did it. Hurrah! It's even got a scoreboard. Yay! Oh, and you got resources for it. Neat. Isn't it weird when I'm playing a game and I end up discovering entirely new about it? So yeah, I get stage result and another cutscene. Yeah, as I said before, there's a lot of dialogue. It's kind of a pain in the ass having to skip through all this. You can't toggle fast forward on. That's kind of annoying. And if you let go of the X button, you have to wait for it to speed up again, which is, again, annoying. And I imagine I can talk to Dogi now to do more stuff. So, that's pretty neat. Do I have quests to do? Not right now, but this video has been going for 25 minutes now. So, I'm gonna go save, first of all. But then again, I don't really plan on playing this again until the English version comes out, if we do get it. But I hope we do get it, because it's ease and it's cool, and I would recommend it if it was out in English. Probably not while it's in Japanese, purely because of, well, you know, it's in Japanese, you can't enjoy the story, and there's a ton of story, but if you can't wait, it is perfectly playable in Japanese, and if you just have Google Translate to help you translate, like, the quest requirements and dead ends and stuff, you'll be absolutely fine, because I got by on just that. So, we're going to be loading into my game, and we're going to walk straight forward into a boss fight. And by boss fight, I mean a really big boss. So, alright. Away we go. For those of you who've played Ys before, this will look very familiar. Look at him. He looks like he just woke up from a really bad nap. Alright, let's do this. You can target lock different parts of the body and try and avoid getting stomped on, but there's just something... Sometimes you just can't. It's unfortunate, really. Attack the tower, I got the chance. Flash move, beat the shit out of him. It's really satisfying to get a good flash move or a flash guard in, because the timing is quite tight. I mean, it is hittable, don't get me wrong, but you're not going to get it just by spamming the circle button. It does take a bit of effort. And I am playing on normal right now, and normal is a good enough challenge for me. So for those of you who like really difficult combat, I'm pretty sure Nightmare will be more to your standard. More than enough to meet your standard, more like. Awesome music's back again. Oh. Ow. Admittedly, that takes me off a little. Gigantic shockwaves. They've got no right to hurt me as much as they bloody do. Ow! Oh, that ain't good. I better get him back up. But I'll stick with the doll for now. Thankfully, I do have revival cherries. Yeah, I did just say revival cherries. I don't understand. But anyway, away we go. It's the same sort of deal. You just need to find... Well, it doesn't work on the, like, the 3 elements like normal combat does. You just need to find the weak spot and just hit it a bunch, which, you know, isn't too bad considering that they've got... Oh god. Ow. Hang on, do I have something? No. No, that's just... You can cook with, fishing and stuff as well, and... I'll go and get some fishing footage and stick it in the end of this video. Because I'm quite upset that I haven't got fishing, actually. Fishing's quite important. That's another thing that reminds me of freaking Trails of Cold Steel. It's gonna be a bit weird to go straight from big boss fight to fishing, but there you go. I need to get some more. I'll get some more health in a dull before he conks it. He's actually poisoned at the moment, so that's not very good. So yeah, just to sum up my thoughts on Ys 8. I mean, I didn't finish Salsetta, so I did like it though. I really did like it. It was an interesting way of doing things, and I quite enjoyed it. And I'm probably going to enjoy Ys 8 even more. It's just more of the same sort of stuff, but with like 3D, more 3D oriented combat and exploration. And it just looks really nice. Great little bit of fun. While I wouldn't recommend importing it if you plan on enjoying the story, the game is perfectly playable outside of Japanese. So, well, outside of some of the Japanese that you really should be translating for yourself. Let's go fishing. I won't even, yeah, I won't bother like doing a jump cut or anything. I'll just reload my other game and I'll go fishing, because I think I'll be able to find my way there real nice and quick. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. I wonder when Xseed is going to get around to localizing this. It's a good question, actually, because I'm surprised they haven't announced it yet. I mean, they announced Akiba's Beat like 2 weeks after that game got announced. This game's been in the works for years. I'm pretty sure we heard about it like last year at the least. So I really am surprised that they haven't gotten around to announcing they're localizing this one yet. I hope they do. Alright, there's a fishy out there. Let's go fish him. So the fishing minigame is... Never even saw this here. But anyway, there's a fish out there, so let's go fishing. I can adjust where I want to throw the rod. Out it goes. And I got me a fish. Gotta try and pull it in, gotta hold the stick in the right direction. Gotta keep tapping the circle button. Thankfully, it doesn't seem particularly easy to lose the fish in this. There we go. I got an item? I got resources. Alright. Let's see if I can get the actual fish this time. I don't think I can. Alright, pull that sucker in. I'm surprised that an item, like, resisted me so much. Just a stick and a... Hang on. Okay, here's some closer fish. Let's... There we go. I'll actually get some fish this time. Wait for it. There we go. Yay, an actual fish. And I got resources for that. Yeah, you do have like an encyclopedia of fish to make, but let me show you how you can actually turn the resources you get from the fish into something useful. You can use them out in the field, but it won't have anywhere near as much of an effect as you could have with the items that you make back here at the campfire. So if I use the campfire, I can make this, which gives everyone in the party 300 health, 400 health, sorry, and it gives them extra breaks, so they can break easier and get more resources out of it. And this is the talking parrot. So yeah, Ys 8. Really looking forward to it coming out in English, but it works fine in Japanese if you don't care about the story. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.